There is something just really comforting about a physical fence.
Right.
Like, you stay on your side, I stay on mine. But looking at the top stories out of Thailand for July 25th, 2026, it is so clear that the most dangerous boundaries we cross aren't actually made of wood or wire.
No, they're cultural, professional, and, well, digital. And when those invisible lines get crossed, the fallout is just swift.
Exactly.
It really comes down to what happens when our collective agreement to respect the rules just completely breaks down.
So for today's deep dive, we are unpacking exactly that. Starting with that massive BTS incident today.
Oh, right.
You have this group of Italian teens acting completely out of pocket on the train, yelling, making these racist, eye-pulling gestures, and flipping the bird at a local woman who just asked them to quiet down.
Yeah, but the detail that really set the internet on fire was the chaperone actually yelling, "We brought money to your country."
I mean, wait, really? That is so bold.
It really is.
It's like assuming buying a ticket to a museum means you get to just touch the paintings. You just don't do it.
No, you don't. And that phrase completely violates the core social contract here. Like, Thailand obviously welcomes tourists, but there's a deep, visceral resentment toward this colonial-era assumption that your tourist dollars buy the right to bypass basic human decency.
Right, but tourists act badly everywhere? Why did this specific group get basically hunted down by internet sleuths?
Yeah.
Like within hours, people found their exact itinerary and their hotel.
Because that specific phrase hit such a raw nerve. It wasn't just a noise complaint at that point, it was an insult to national pride.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wealth does not negate the rules of the house. The public demanded accountability immediately to the point where the Italian embassy actually had to issue a 3-language apology just to calm things down.
Jeez. Well, it's one thing when entitlement ruins your commute, but when that exact same disregard for the rules breaches a life or death environment, I mean, the consequences are devastating.
Yeah.
We saw that with the tragedy in Ang Thong today.
Right, the death of the 5-day-old baby in the ICU.
Yes. So get this. The parents found out that 28 medical staff threw a full-on Chinese banquet inside the ICU.
Inside it. Unbelievable.
A 1-meter plastic curtain was all that separated this massive dinner party from a newborn's incubator. It's literally like throwing a rowdy dinner party inside a sterile microchip lab.
Yeah.
How do 28 medical professionals agree to do this without a single person stopping it?
Well, it points directly to a systemic issue with hierarchical deference.
Right.
In highly structured hospital environments, if a senior staff member decides to organize something like this, junior staff rarely feel empowered to, blow the whistle.
That makes sense, but it's terrifying.
Safety protocol gets entirely overridden by the social pressure to comply with the boss.
And now there are conflicting autopsies. The local hospital is blaming an infection, but the police hospital cites respiratory failure.
Exactly, which is exactly why the parents are fighting so hard right now. I mean, they are demanding systemic accountability to understand how a sterile sanctuary was compromised so completely by the very hierarchy meant to protect it.
It's just tragic. So we've got social boundaries being crossed, professional boundaries being crossed, and then there's the guy who literally drove right past the boundaries of civilization today.
Oh, the Conbury incident.
Yes.
It is such a perfect example of what happens when we just surrender our common sense to an algorithm.
A guy driving to see his girlfriend follows a Google Maps pin, and instead of a town, he ends up stranded deep in this pitch-black, unpaved jungle.
Yeah.
He actually had to be rescued by baffled locals. I get using a map app, obviously, but if the road turns into a dark abyss, why keep driving?
Well, it's because of how these routing algorithms actually work, especially in rural areas. The system prioritizes the absolute shortest distance between point A and point B.
Okay.
So it often registers an unpaved, impassable walking trail as a perfectly valid shortcut. It completely ignores actual drivability.
Wow.
And cognitively, we have developed such a reliance on these digital boundaries that we will ignore our own eyes telling us the road has disappeared.
Right, it's just the glowing rectangle says turn left into the jungle, so here we go.
Pretty much.
It really ties the whole day together, though. Whether it's a tourist on a train, medical staff in a hospital, or an app guiding us off a cliff, Thai society is aggressively demanding respect and accountability right now.
Absolutely. When those invisible fences are broken, the demand for consequences is louder than ever.
It really is. And it leaves you with a pretty wild thought to mull over. If internet sleuths can uncover a foreign tourist's exact daily itinerary in mere hours just over a rude comment on a train,
Yeah.
just imagine what that collective investigative power could achieve if it were fully aimed at solving systemic institutional failures.
That is a great point.
Something for you to think about the next time you see a viral video.